Guess what day it is? Just guess. Come on, you know what day it is. You don't know? How could you not know? It might be the most beautiful day, no, the greatest day. Okay, I'll tell you. It's Hump Day. It's time for the Hump Day podcast with Matt and Zoe.
What is this? Matt and Zoe's back in business. Let's go. Welcome to another episode of the Hump Day podcast.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Zoe, and today we got a great episode for you guys, and Matt's going to dive right into it for you.
All right, we got a good bit to go over. Basketball, obviously, the playoffs. We're going to talk about Diddy and Cassie, how we feel about that. A little bit about sovereign citizens, not too much going in there, but a little research I did, like a little side project. There's also a lady in Georgia who was declared brain dead. Okay. And she was pregnant. We're going to go over that and how we feel about the abortion ban there.
Okay.
And then the big news, unfortunately, and prayers go out to the Biden family. Joe Biden has stage 4 cancer. It's metastasized, I believe, to his bones. On a scale of 1 to 10, they have like a cancer scale. He's on a 9, so it's not looking great for him. Prayers go out for him.
Yeah.
Nobody should have to deal with that, but unfortunately it's a all too common thing, cancer is, and prayers go out to him. But let's go ahead and start off with game 5, Pacers Cavaliers. This was the last game of the series.
Yes,
the Pacers won it 114-105.
Got him out of here, gentlemen. Sweet.
Yeah, Halliburton has been showing off since he got voted the most overrated. Halliburton's really they beat the brakes off my team, really. Unfortunately, Lillard wasn't there, but no excuses, right?
Who?
Damian Lillard when they beat the Bucks last round.
Okay.
Now they beat the Cavs, the number 2 seed.
Yeah.
Number one seed. The Celtics
Absolutely.
were 2.
Yeah.
I told you, Cavs aren't a real number 1 seed.
Yeah, man.
Halliburton 31, 6 and 8. He was balling.
Yeah.
Siakam, his Robin to his Batman, I guess. 21, 8 and 5. Mm-hmm. Mitchell balled out as well. 35, 9 and 1. Mobley 24, 11 and 1. And unfortunately, you guys, if you tune in, you seen the reel my son made, Strus. Right after I said that's a guy that'll make those shots for you. 0 for 9. Yeah, that was horrible. A goose egg, big old goose egg. This is the second time in a row the Pacers been to the Eastern Conference Finals. 106-103 Pacers with 1 minute and 27 seconds left. So this was a close game. It was a lot of back and forth. Unfortunately, the Cavaliers did not have enough firepower to come out with the win. 44-25 lead with 8:10 left. That was the Cavaliers in quarter 2. So they were destroying them. We thought you would have thought it was over, but at half it was 56-52 Cavs.
Wow.
So they had tightened it up at half, and then it was just a battle from there out. So very close game.
Yeah.
I like to say it was a good series, but 4-1, you can't say it's a good series. A gentleman's
Pacers
sweep.
wanted it more. Shout out to Nesmith, shining in the big moment.
The Pacers
Shout out
really
to South Carolina.
The Pacers really did take it. It was, and they took last series. They're just out for vengeance. And then, well, we'll get into who won the New York series, but you already know. We'll talk about it right now, real quick. It'll be Pacers New York.
Yeah.
And that's Reggie Miller time. You know what I mean? Like Ewing Miller, the choke. Yeah. So this is real old school.
Oh,
this rivalry's been around forever.
It's a clash.
New York actually hasn't been to the Eastern Conference Finals for 25 years.
Yeah.
All right. So that series is over. We'll go ahead and talk about the Denver OKC series, best series of this round, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, you think so? All right. Game 5, 105-112. OKC went up 3-2 with Game 5. Jokic, 44, 15, and 5. He balled out as usual. Murray, 28 points. He did not shoot good. 37% and 23% from 3. SGA just did his thing. 31, 6, and 7.
Yes.
Nobody else really stood out on their team.
Okay.
Just their shooting efficiency in general. It was a 50-40 game. They only shot 80% from free throw. But if you're shooting
from the field and 40% from 3.
that's what you're looking for like a season. You remember they used to talk about Ray Allen's a 50-40-90? Yeah. So that's what you're looking for. That means you're damn good efficient shooter.
Yes.
Right. Unfortunately, Denver was 41-28. They did shoot 92% from free throw, but didn't shoot as many. But shooting efficiency will get you there.
That's
and
right.
OKC did that. Game 6, Oh, that game 5 was back and forth, by the way.
That's right.
It was not a blowout by any means. I know it was a 7-point difference at the end, but that was a close game. The next game, game 6, 119-107. Denver took that, tied it up 3-3.
Yep.
Jokic 29, 14, and 8. Yep. Brown 23, 11, and 5, and Murray 25, 8, and 7. So everybody showed up.
Yeah, them boys.
SGA again, 32, 3, and 6. Gordon got hurt in that game. He pulled his hamstring, I think, and he should have sat out the next game. All the reports said he was going to sit out, but he actually played game 7. Yeah, he won. So he's a soldier. A lot of people were saying it was his fault that they lost because he should have sat on the bench, but I don't believe that.
Hey, listen, it's
Gordon
it's
really
the coach's
good.
decision to give him minutes if he's not producing.
Yeah, that's true. But the coach, Adelman, I think his name is. You remember Malone got fired. So Adelman's kind of fresh. So I think it's really whatever Jokic says. Adelman's gonna be like, that's what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Well,
he's a fresh new coach.
If Jokic wanted him to play hurt, then it's Jokic's fault they lost.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I heard different things too. I heard Jokic told him to sit out. I don't know. Everybody has something to say. You know what I mean? But they won that game on to game 7, 93, 125. OKC closes out the series 4-3.
Boom.
This was a blowout. There was no chance for Denver in this game.
Points,
in the first quarter, you already seen it.
That's 32 points.
Yeah. Jokic 29 and 7. SGA 35, 3 and 4. Williams, Jalen Williams, the all-star Jalen Williams. There's 2 Jalen Williams on the team, which is funny to me. 24, 5 and 7.
Really?
Yeah. Jalen Williams, they have a center, Jalen Williams, and then they have the small forward, power forward, the one that we talked about where his arms are so long, but they do have a center as well.
24.
Yeah. Okay. He's I would say the better player for sure. OKC had 16 steals, only 9 turnovers, and Denver basically the opposite, 6 steals, 22 turnovers. So you're going to lose the game playing that way. Efficiency again too. Both teams didn't shoot it well from 3, but OKC shot 50% from the field, so good for them. Denver only shot about 40%. Caruso guarded Jokic. That was a surprise to me. He got away with a lot of hugging, a lot of grabbing, I think because he's a bigger player. It seemed like he got away with that. Obviously, if the ref doesn't call it, it didn't happen. It's not a huge controversy. That's just something I noticed personally. I know there's a few posts online and stuff about it. I've seen a couple videos about it, but I really think... Yeah, ask me a question.
Would have been a difference? Do you think the outcome
with 32 points? It's hard to say it would have been.
That's what I'm saying. You think the outcome? I don't think the outcome would have been too different.
Maybe because Jokic
Caruso is not even a star.
No. Caruso was the star of this game. Caruso's the reason they won this game.
How much did he score?
I'd have to look that up. I'm not talking about points. I'm talking about defense. Every time he went to the bench, there was a whole crowd was cheering. Like he played that defense. And it wasn't just him on Jokic. It was like him. And then when the ball got to Jokic, they double-teamed Jokic. The other players didn't really play for Jokic. You know what I mean? Like there was also a bad foul call that got called a flagrant on Aaron Gordon that I'll throw up here. I want to talk about it for a second. So SGA's guarding Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
And he's in his space. He's like over him like this. Not really fouling him, I guess. I think there could have been a foul call, but there wasn't. So you wouldn't say it's a foul. But he's in his space. And you know how you like kind of swing your elbows?
Oh, no.
He didn't swing it and like knock him, but he got SGA's in his bubble. And Gordon kind of moved his elbow, and SGA sold it, obviously. I think he did get touched, so it wasn't like a supercell, but I don't feel like a foul should be called if this guy's in your space. You know what I mean? If I'm on your shoulder, leaning over you, guarding you, and you swing your elbow a little bit, I think that's...
On how many plays you think Caruso fouled Joker?
I didn't really... Like, if I were to say a number, I would say every single play. But
so every
they didn't
single
call
play,
it.
Joker should have been going to the foul. Oh, well, Caruso should have been called for a foul.
Well, he could only be called for 6, and then he's out the game. There was definitely...
So that's why I'm saying if we add up everything that you said, could have possibly went the other way.
I don't know if the Nuggets would have won anyways. I want to ask your opinion.
32.
I want to ask your opinion on the SGA flagrant foul. Well, the Aaron Gordon, they called a flagrant on Aaron Gordon when he swung his elbow a little bit. SGA was all in his business.
I've seen that call get called on LeBron quite a few times with that with that elbow.
Well, they're in their
And
space.
he actually clipped somebody, and they called it a flagrant.
Was that the Detroit?
I
was
don't
that
know what specific game, but
that wasn't the one where he was all bloodied up,
No,
was it?
I've seen some instances where that happened. I mean, with several players, you know.
But
what I mean?
if there, you should have your bubble,
Yeah,
right?
but then
I
that
feel like you should have your
throwing
bubble.
That elbow is, bro. Come on, like you throwing it's one thing for you to be like this, but when you're like this.
No, he wasn't extended like that. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead and talk about what you've seen in the game or how you feel about the
I didn't
series.
watch them, honestly. I didn't watch any of them because they come on so late. I mean, you know, we already discussed that last episode, but I just know that those elbows could cause problems. We done seen people get broken faces, literally pieces of their,
That's true.
So that's something that I think the NBA should be careful about, because those surgeries or whatever they got, those bills is
Let's take a
outlandish.
look at this. I want you to see what I'm talking about. I'm sure they're gonna zoom in. Shea did not take an elbow to the face like that. This is right here is the replay. You see how he's in his space?
Mm-hmm. Oh no! See,
No.
yeah.
No.
That's definitely.
You think so?
That's definitely a flagrant. And
Really?
they say anything above the neck, anything above the neck
but
is
do you
definitely.
see how SGA's in his space?
Yeah, and you
though?
know what? They
He's
should have
like guarding him.
They
with
should have
his-
called that foul on SGA. That's all top. Yeah,
But I feel like, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, SGA should have been
But
called
he
for that
didn't
foul.
like elbow like this. He was just moving his arm back to get
It
his
was an
space
inadvertent
back.
elbow.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's still.
I don't even think it should have been a foul call.
No,
because
you have to call
it looks
that.
like SGA.
You have to call that.
I do understand where you're at because it's above the neck.
Correct.
And you can't have concussions and stuff.
Correct.
But SGA's guarding him with his face. You know what I mean? Like his face is there. He's like trying to get that foul, it seems like.
You really think that he's trying to say, Aaron Gordon, throw the elbow so I can sell it?
Well, no. So Aaron Gordon pulls this way. So now SGA has him pinned.
I just think he's getting more pressure on him.
I know
I just think he's
I
he
get
just
it.
pressure him as hard as he can. But
Yeah,
I think
maybe they should have called a foul earlier.
He definitely should have been called for a
SGA.
foul. SGA
Okay.
should have been called for a foul.
I don't think that. I guess what you're saying above the neck, that makes sense. That it would be
Absolutely.
a flagrant, but SGA sold that. That wasn't a huge hit. That wasn't. He didn't jack him up or nothing.
Yeah,
and
but that's your
SGA.
reflexes too, because once you see the elbow
You move
coming,
it back.
automatically
Yeah.
you already trying not
I get
to
what
get
you're
hit. So that's a reflex off the rip.
I get what you're. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to get hit. No, you're
No,
not wrong.
not my elbow.
I just feel like that is. I don't know. I didn't like that call at all.
It
it
was a
didn't
messed
affect
up
the
play
game.
because, like I said, definitely SGA.
He should have been called first.
That was a hell of a reach.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a reach. But, and you do know, certain times the NBA allowed them to play.
Yeah.
They allow them boys to
It
get rough
usually
with each
depends
other.
on the game, like-
they let them get rough.
If they
with
let
each
them
other.
get rough, they let both teams get rough. And then
There
if
you
they
go.
don't, it's a close call
there
game.
you go.
But
So I can't knock that
Yeah.
either. You know what I mean?
I mean, they didn't call it close because a lot of
If
times
he wouldn't have hit
Jokic
him
did
with
get
the
fouled.
elbow, then I think everything would have still went.
Yeah.
I think it would have still got played. They would have been. They let them get chippy with each other. They let these games come down to the
Well,
game
not
and not
this
to
game.
the refs keep calling every
Yeah.
little damn. Every
Like
little damn
Caruso
foul.
should have been called a lot. But again, I don't know that would have changed it. Like,
Okay.
even if Caruso was called, then he gets fouled out. I don't know that Jokic had it in him to carry because they were on that game. The only thing they weren't hitting with 3-pointers, they were at 31% there.
Oh, they were
But
for the
31% is still good.
Yeah.
And 50% from field goal. But then, yeah,
No,
I don't know.
30% is not good.
Well, it's not horrible from 3-point, but it's not good.
No, it
by
is
any
horrible
means.
because I think the average is like 36.
I
maybe 34.
I'd be curious
I'm
to
gonna say
see what the
34
average
is like
in the NBA is.
bare minimum average. I think 34,
see.
35, but 30 is
What's
not
the
good at all.
3-point average for the NBA? We'll see if it picks it up that way. Oh, it's asking for like position leaders. Well, we'll look it up. I'll post it on comments down in the comments of the YouTube channel. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, 30%. It's not great, but
That's not 3 out of 10
it might be below
shots?
average. Yeah,
That's not good.
no,
bro.
that's not great. No. But 50% from the field is really good.
Yes,
that's
it
like
is.
championship
Yes, it is.
level
Yeah.
stuff. 4-3, OKC takes it. And
the real MVP won this.
No.
Let's make sure we're clear on that.
I don't think
so
so.
Matt don't get it messed up.
I don't think so. I
the
think
real MVP
if we look at the
won
stats,
this.
the real MVP actually lost that game.
I mean, if you look at the stats, SGA 30, 32, 31. You got Joker with a 44-point game. Then you got him at 29. Then you got him at what? 20.
But I told
Come
you
on,
that
bro.
was
Let's keep it all the way 1,000.
magic.
Let's keep it all the way 1,000. And I guarantee the efficiency from Joker was horrible.
Yeah, it probably wasn't great. It wasn't enough to write up efficiency for him, but yeah, it probably wasn't great. He takes a lot of shots.
Yeah, man. This next year, bro, they're gonna make a huge change.
They have to.
Only
Michael
thing
Porter
is,
Jr. is
He's
gone.
gonna get old quick.
Michael Porter Jr. is gone.
Yeah, he's gonna get old quick by him taking a beating and dragging a team as much as he is, bro.
Yeah.
He's gonna get old quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's gonna get
it's
old.
tough on you.
And he's not. That's why I was saying about being athletic. His body can't take because he doesn't have the muscle tone to
I
absorb.
think he's gonna last for a long time. Maybe not at MVP level, but I don't.
What's your definition of a long time?
He'd probably play till he's like 37, 38. That's pretty.
Well, maybe
pretty long career.
play till then.
Yeah.
But I like what you said. It probably
Not at MVP level.
MVP
No, I don't think so.
level.
I mean, he's
That's
crazy.
what I'm saying.
But
See,
he reserves
what I'm saying is,
his like
you could
bursts.
have a Giannis and LeBron take a beating like that and still produce at an MVP level, which they have. It's already been proven. Him, I don't see him being able to sustain that.
LeBron hadn't been at an MVP level for like 5 years now.
What do you mean at an MVP level, bro?
Like, was he even in the running for MVP? I remember you said it should only be a two-person MVP race.
When you're looking at somebody that's 37, 38, 39, and 40, we don't just put up them 4 years.
Yeah.
He's averaging up there with the top 10 players in the league.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
You're right. You're right.
Shit, that's what I'm saying.
I thought you were saying like getting MVP votes a significant amount.
No.
Okay,
I mean,
I got you. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe
He
4
gets
years.
votes.
He was in the race. He was in the race at the beginning of the season.
Okay, yeah.
At the beginning of the season, he was, yeah.
But at the end, it was always somebody. He may be like fifth, sixth, seventh.
Correct. But still being in that number at that age.
It's ridiculous that he's playing that well.
I think people just, I don't know why they're thinking he's like 20-something
Yeah.
when he's 40.
Yeah.
So what more do you expect from a 40-year-old? Bro, he's doing... No 40-year-old.
Anybody who's successful is going to get hated on.
No 39-year-old has done what he's done, bro. He scored more points this year than he did in 2011 and 2012.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that. That's impressive.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
One last thing on this OKC game. So the coach, right as SGA covered the spread, called for him to go to the bench, like sports betting.
Spread?
The spread, like he was supposed to score 31.5 points. So he scored 32 points. He called for him to go to the bench. Like he called the subs in. Yeah, it's just bad optics. I'm not suggesting anything.
How do you know that that's true?
Literally,
hey, look, I'm at 35 points. Get me out, coach.
No. Well, so literally as soon as he scored his 32nd point, the coach gets up and sends his subs
Well, he scored 35.
Yeah, so the subs were at the desk because they don't get in right away. You have to have a stop and play for them to get in. He got up to 35 before they got in. But right as he covered the spread,
was it left?
I don't even remember. It was a significant amount of time left, but it was a blowout too. I'm not saying, but it's bad optics.
Absolutely.
It's bad optics to say.
Coincidentally, right?
So now all these people that are betting on the under lose because he scored. You know what I mean? It's just bad optics. For the NBA. The NBA needs to do better.
That makes a whole lot of sense, though. You're right.
Yeah.
That does make
What
sense.
else is bad optics for the NBA, I feel, is that DraftKings, like they have the sponsorships. And DraftKings pays them money because they're using their like statistics and stuff. It's just a bad look. You know what I mean?
Betting is literally tainting.
Yeah. So then what's to say, hey, maybe a referee. You remember Donaghy? That was an issue where Tim Donaghy was taking money. They had, I think, DeJounte Porter from the Raptors got banned for life for betting on his own games and then leaving the game like an injury. So they bet on the under. He'd leave the game so he wouldn't score as many points as he's supposed to score. making money. So it's a bad optics to me. No, you shouldn't be sponsored by betting. Also, the coach putting him in. I'm sure it was a coincidence. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but that's unfortunate.
I think money will literally turn anything good bad.
Money will corrupt. Yes, sir. I agree.
Money will definitely corrupt, man, and that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I just don't want to see, like, I believe in this game. I don't want to see it get tainted by betting. You know what I mean? And I believed in wrestling when I was little, too.
Not to get off subject, but
Go ahead.
I definitely seen something.
What'd you see?
It was saying Giannis is uncertain of his future with the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Lakers
He's not going to the Lakers, bro.
enough to get him to the Lakers.
He's not going to the Lakers. I'll put any money on it. He's not going to the Lakers.
Why not? Why wouldn't he?
He's going to stay on Milwaukee.
You think he's a principle-based guy?
Yes.
Like, you know what, I'm going to fight through it forever.
I think so.
Just losing to
Dwight Howard just told him, like, hey, don't leave Milwaukee. Take it from a guy that left a place that I should have stayed. Dwight Howard told him not to leave Milwaukee.
Dwight Howard doesn't know Giannis either.
Nah, he was like, he was at the Giannis level. He's Hall of Famer.
For a center.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For a center.
Giannis is
but
a center.
He's not a Giannis.
No, he's not. Giannis is better than him. Udo's better.
Astronomically better.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
he's not going to the Lakers. Though. You're a Lakers guy. I know you're a Lakers guy. Well,
it doesn't even. If LeBron was on a Utah Jazz, it doesn't matter.
You're a LeBron guy.
I'm a LeBron guy.
Oh, okay.
You know,
what happens when he retires? You're done watching the NBA?
You know what? When LeBron retires, I'm not going to be done watching the NBA, but I'm not going to have a specific. I'll just have a team that I'll bet on a no. No disrespect. Bronny's going to be. I think he's actually going to be better next year than he was this year. I think he's going to.
I hope so.
I think he's going to have more. He's going to come in with more confidence. Yeah. All of the what do they call it? The jitters.
Yeah.
Gone,
I know what you're talking about.
Everything.
Jitters.
So but I do think I'm just going to take it team by team.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch and see who becomes the new unicorn for me to be like, you know what? I think this guy is.
Check out Wemby. He's nice.
Wemby's going to be. I think he's going to be.
As long as he don't get injured, he's going to be amazing.
He's going to be amazing. He definitely is. And like you said, you got Cooper Flag coming in.
Yeah, I think he's going to be more of a LeBron type, not like super scoring. He's going to be like do everything. Like a jack of all trades. He's going to be good though.
I may stay with the Lakers because of Luka.
Yeah.
I may stay with the Lakers, or I may go to OKC. Makes sense why Luka got there. I'm looking at SGA very hard right now.
He's nice.
Yeah.
All right. So OKC wins it. They're gonna face Minnesota.
Get them out of here.
Game 5 of the Knicks and Celtics is next. 102 Knicks, 127 Celtics take it. Knicks have a 3-2 lead. Josh Hart was the lead scorer, 24, 7, and 2. JB without Tatum there, 26, 8, and 12. Great game. Derek White, they must have forgot he could shoot threes because he went 34, 3, and 2. 7 for 13 from 3. Brunson did foul out with 7:19 left, which is crazy to me because he doesn't really like.
I did see the end of that game.
He doesn't really play defense like that. I was hoping that
the Celtics wouldn't let their foot off the gas.
Oh,
yeah. Let the boys come back.
No, that was belt to ass. That was belt to ass.
They definitely put a beating on them boys.
Game 6.
Points.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Game 6
and they returned the favor.
Oh, yeah. They did. Even better. Game 6, 119 Knicks. Celtics 81. Closeout game 4-2. Knicks take it.
Bro, that's almost 40 points.
Yeah. It was a bad game. I have no highlights for the Celtics. JB 26 and 6.
Oh, Jesus.
Josh Hart had a triple-double, 10, 11, and 11. That guy is a glue guy. I'm not going to curse you by saying you're going to make the shots when you need to, because clearly I don't know what I'm talking about there. But I like Josh Hart a lot. He's like a 6'4" power forward. It's crazy. OG Anunoby had a really good game. 23, 9, and 2. He had 2 steals, 2 blocks. Brunson, 23, 6, and 6. Deuce McBride had a nice block on Derek White. I'll throw it up here. Every once in a while, they get a highlight where I'm like, we got to show them. Remember the Obi Toppin one with the Dr. J? How much did that look like Dr. J?
That was if you could put those
almost
two
identical.
together.
Yeah. It was on behind us in the podcast. Well, I think I showed it to you by itself, but it was on behind us in the podcast. That thing was
fire.
nasty.
That was fire.
Indiana, New York, Boston. So my take on this, it's not even my take. Boston has to cut salary because they're going to be over. So there's the salary tax or the, what's it called? Is it salary tax? Luxury tax. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Luxury tax. They're so far into it. Their luxury tax bill is going to be more than their salaries.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's like 238 million luxury tax bill. So they got to get rid of somebody. I'm assuming Brown is going to have to go because he's a max player, but I don't know. They're moving some pieces around in Boston. They have to.
They may get the unicorn out of there.
I mean, he didn't really play. He had trouble breathing and stuff. I don't know what was going on with him.
They may need to move on from him.
He's the reason they're a championship team, though, because the way...
That's right. The way he performed during the regular
He's
season
an X factor.
Yeah, he was.
And you can't guard him when you have to guard Tatum, Brown.
But he literally
you can't guard him.
unplayable in the playoffs.
Well, he couldn't play because he couldn't breathe. He had breathing issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prayers go out to my boy Unicorn.
Porzingis.
Yeah.
Indiana, New York Knicks. Who you got?
You know,
Don't call the series. Just who you got?
I'm going with Indiana.
I'm going with the Knicks. I'm
not going nowhere with the Knicks.
20, I know. 20 on it? Because I owe you 20 right now. I'm about to give them to you in a minute. Those push-ups are coming.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. We'll put it on the reel. Yeah. It'll be a quick 20, though. I do push-ups pretty quick.
No rabbit hopping either.
No.
Nobody.
Nah, I won't do that. Game 5, Warriors, Wolves. Wolves stuck it to them, 121-110. Curry was out again, 4-1, gentleman's sweep, season or the series ender. 28-6-4, Podziemski, 26-3, Kuminga. Butler, 17-6-6. 3 steals.
To Kuminga, bro. Listen.
Yeah, he came out.
Kuminga, I'm going to tell you what you keep doing, bro. Keep proving them wrong. Just keep going out there and doing what you do, bro. Don't worry about the bag. The bag will come if you just do what you got to do.
He might have earned it back, too, with what he's putting out there.
Don't overhype yourself. Don't do less talking and more balling. That's just how I like. The money will come.
Yeah. Randall, 29-8-5. He really balled out this series. He's been balling out all playoffs. I didn't see this coming at all.
I'm bigger on him than Cat all day.
Yeah. I'm not, but I know you are.
Yeah.
AE, 22-7-12, had a great game. He had 3 blocks as well.
Oh, that's
very
cool.
Nice.
Very D-Wade-ish.
Yeah. They compare him to Michael Jordan, but I see D Wade too.
Yeah, that I don't know why they keep doing that.
McDaniels and Dante DiVincenzo both had 4 steals.
Hold on, let me stop hating. I don't want to make it seem like I'm hating on AE. AE is the closest style to a Kobe and Jordan that we see on the floor.
Yeah.
Period. He is the closest.
I'd agree with that
thing. Look at him. You know what I mean? Look, he's definitely phenomenal. What stands out to me out of everything you just said is the 12 assists.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, I'm very big on team ball. I mean, unselfish play. You'll get your buckets. You are capable of getting your buckets, but you can't score all the buckets.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a time where you got to.
It's a team game, yeah.
It's a team game. You got to understand it's a team game. And this right here was the example for me that says he played a team game. Yeah,
12 assists is a big deal.
Yeah.
And he only had 22 points. He let Randall outscore him.
That's
right.
But,
I mean, you can't score the most every single game.
It was on there you go.
Both teams had a lot of steals, 14 steals for the Warriors, 11 for the Wolves. I noticed that in the game. Also, 36 assists for the Wolves and 62.8% field goal. Those are both team records for the postseason. And those are huge. 62% field goal percentage is crazy.
Yeah, boy, that's lovely.
Yeah, so I don't even think they were supposed to win that
Shout
game.
Out to the Wolves.
But
that was a
62%,
great game,
almost 63%.
And that's
crazy.
How you close out a game, too.
Oh yeah, close out a series that way. Edwards did say they asked him about, are you satisfied? Like, what's next, whatever. He said, there's no satisfaction. We just got here. So he's trying to win the championship. And I like that. I like the way he speaks. I like the stuff he says. He could be the face of the league if he wants to. I like
he's been watching Kobe.
Oh, yeah.
That was definitely a Kobe statement.
Yeah. Oh, I remember Kobe. He was like, what did he say? He was up 2-0 or something. They're like, "You have?" He's like, "What's there to be happy about? Is it finished?
That's
Not
right.
finished."
That's right.
That's crazy.
Right.
I love that. All right. Who do you got? Minnesota, OKC.
Do I need to say?
OKC.
Absolutely.
All right. I'll take Minnesota. So 20 more. 20 more on that. All right. Dang, I'm gonna be a big guy after this.
Hey, that's the goal. That's the goal.
Nah, I really have faith in them. I really picked both of them.
Trim the fat, lay
so
on
we're
the
both,
muscle, baby.
We're both opposition now. You're the ops. All right, Diddy and Cassie. This is a big deal. You know, Diddy has his trial going on.
Yep.
Cassie's been up there on the stand. There's a few things I want to get into. I don't want to go too crazy into it. They were doing like freak offs.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband's in the whatever.
Listening to it.
Yeah, listening to it. He actually left.
Mm-hmm.
So people are saying he had to leave because he's a potential witness. I didn't see anything about that, but those are rumors that I'm hearing. Also, that he left.
I forgot his name. He used to make music back in the day.
Fine. Zach Fine or something.
Oh, okay.
His last name's Fine.
Okay.
And they got 2 kids. I think one on the way. I think Cassie's pregnant right now, like about to burst.
Okay.
Anyways, talking about freak offs. Well, first off, Diddy had to pay her $20 million, and he settled the civil lawsuit for $20 million for beating her or whatever. Right? This was like years ago, past the statute of limitation.
I think he just wanted it behind him, bro. The same thing with the Shannon Sharp.
Well, yeah,
when
no.
they say you just want it behind you, sometimes you be like, man, listen, man, here, man. It's
No, he
literally-
did
it's
beat
nothing.
her though.
Oh,
Like they have videos.
Listen, she beat him too. It's a toxic relationship.
I don't know if she beat
Shout
him.
out to Anton Daniels. I was just watching this earlier today.
I don't
Just
know if
watching-
she beat him.
I
There's
was just-
videos
bro, listen,
of him beating
listen,
her.
This
though.
girl literally,
Go ahead.
allegedly, she used to, her and Diddy host the freak offs.
Oh yeah, she loved the freak offs.
Wait,
He has texts about her
cool.
asking to do freak offs.
There you go. And it was one time where it was a sex tape. And I think some guy was talking to her saying he had the sex tape. And she was like, and she was basically trying to get it. And
Trying to get the sex tape.
yeah.
Okay.
And she was like, I'm gonna stay here all night until you give me that sex tape. And if you don't give me that sex tape, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, you know what? Allegedly.
Okay.
She was like, I'm not gonna get my hands dirty, allegedly, but I will have you killed. Allegedly.
A sex tape with her and this
With
other
her
guy?
and some whoever.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think she ever wanted those freak off sex tapes to get leaked.
I don't trust anything Cassie said. Let me be clear on that. So I'm not in her defense.
my
But
thing
what
is,
I'm
this
saying
is
is
what I'm-
Diddy did beat her.
So
we'll have a video up
and she
here
beat
of him
too,
beating
but
her.
this is what I'm saying. Is okay. So now that you say that, is it worth the RICO?
No.
This sounds like a domestic violence case, correct?
Well, it's past the statute of limitations.
I mean, but this
so
whole
it can't
court case is playing out to be.
Well, they're saying sex trafficking and
Well,
RICO.
how? Where?
It's not.
Okay.
I'm telling you, we're on the
Okay.
same, but
Good.
we have two
Good.
different visions of it.
I just don't think that women should automatically get a pass. Period. I think that women are some of the most devious.
Well, they made a
evil
deal
people.
with her, I'm sure.
But I mean,
But it's like
still,
a witness, not that she was a
if you
woman, but
played
they're
a
trying to put
okay,
Diddy
so
in.
we shouldn't even be talking about the domestic violence because that's not what the case is.
Well,
period.
no, I just brought that up
Okay,
to
okay,
say
okay.
this happened between
I
them,
think-
and they
I
and they
think
put
he's
it
gonna
on.
win this
They put it
RICO
on in the
case.
court. I think he's going to win it too.
I think he's gonna win it.
I think they have no chance because everybody was a willing participant.
That's right. Even
he
her.
didn't sex traffic
Even her.
anybody. This is
Even her.
The charges are ridiculous. What they are going to get him on is some type of tax fraud, tax evasion, something so they can put him behind bars. It's going to happen.
He's
The
going to
government's going to get him. The government's going to get him
Probation.
for something that you're not expecting.
probation.
You remember back, like the gangsters, they tried to get him in on stuff and it had to be tax evasion. That's all they could get him on because they can't prove nothing.
Probation.
Cassie
You know he's going to
is
get
not
time
to
served.
be trusted.
He's going to get time served.
He's not in jail right now. How could he get time served?
Wait, he's out? I thought Diddy was locked up.
I don't think so. I could be wrong.
Hell, we both could be wrong.
Yeah.
Hell, I thought Diddy was locked up.
I don't think he's locked up.
I swear to God, I thought Diddy
I think
was in there.
I think he like paid bail or something. Maybe he is locked up. I might be wrong because I remember he
And
did
maybe
get
we both
arrested.
wrong.
I
That's how
remember
you
he
know
got
we're really
arrested.
not looking
And
into
then the
it like
baby
that.
oil thing. I remember that. Like all the baby oil they found.
I mean, he's just an extra
It's
nasty
crazy.
guy. He's an extra freaky guy. But
All right,
there's no
this is
crime
what
in
I
being
do
extra
wanna say.
freaky and extra nasty. It's just
Diddy
not my preference.
is not a good person. I want to
I
be
wouldn't say
clear
he's
about
not a good
that.
person.
I don't
I
think
just want to
Diddy's
say
a good person.
he's a person.
I don't think he's a criminal.
I can't cast judgment.
I can. I will. I don't think he's a good person. And I think that's his defense. I think that's his defense. His defense is, hey, I might not be a good person, but
No,
I'm not a criminal.
I just don't think he's done a lot of bad things. I can't say he's not a good person because literally there's a lot of people who are successful or who's living great because of what he has done for them or contributed to them. So I'm just going to say he's done probably more bad things than good things, but I'm not just going to call him an all-out bad person.
I don't think he's a good person. But I'm going to say that. I'm not saying you're saying that. We're on
Correct.
two different sides. Like, we
Correct.
both believe the same thing. We don't believe that
Correct.
he's going to get convicted.
That's right. That's
We
right.
don't believe Cassie should be trusted.
That's right.
We believe that Cassie was involved in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I do, at least. You do as well.
She's
like, she wanted
definitely
all of this.
Yeah.
But
Bro,
yeah, he's not.
So how, bro, I just don't get it.
What's up?
I'm still trying to figure out. This court case isn't talking about nothing that he's really arrested for.
They're trying to prove RICO. And
Well,
that,
okay, so
but
to prove RICO, you'd have to prove the sex trafficking.
Well,
right?
you have to prove that Bad
And
Boy
it was for the
Records is the
benefit
entity.
and it was for the furtherance of Bad Boy.
Yeah, that would be the RICO because you have to have a group,
That's
which is
right,
the
that's
RICO,
right.
which makes
So
RICO
I
happen.
just do
And he
not
does
see
have a
it.
group, but all these people were willing participants.
Yeah.
It wasn't sex trafficking. He didn't buy this guy
That's right.
and then deliver him to
That's
Cassie.
right.
Like this
That's
guy
right.
wanted to be
And
involved.
like you say, Cassie can't be trusted. She cannot be trusted.
Cassie is literal definition of for the streets.
That's right.
And I feel bad for her husband.
Downright
feel
evil.
Disgusting.
Downright evil.
That
Because I
man-
heard she was bouncing back and forth like bing, bing, bing.
I don't know about
bing,
after her
bing,
husband.
bing,
I know that, I know that I read that Diddy was like, you know,
There was
her and Diddy were
another
doing
guy
something
who
while she
didn't
was
make-
on the phone
it
with
didn't
him.
make a record for a long time. That's who I was thinking you was talking about was her husband, but it wasn't. It
No.
was another guy that used to make music. He hasn't made music for a long time. She was bouncing back and forth from
Yeah,
Diddy
it
to
was
him.
Kid Cudi.
No, not
she
Kid
was with
Cudi.
Kid
It's
Cudi.
another guy. It's another guy.
Oh. Well, she had freak offs with Diddy while she was with Kid Cudi. That she testified to that.
Jesus.
Yeah. She's
This girl just
for the streets.
It's amazing how all women will try to make it seem like she's the victim.
Oh, there's so many people defending her. Like,
That's horrible.
hold on. Her husband walked out of the court. Like, you don't want to hear this stuff about your wife.
That's right.
He walks out of the court, and obviously, maybe I'm looking at like the wrong post or something, but people are posting stuff of how like terrible of a husband he is for leaving the courtroom and not supporting her.
Well,
Like, bro,
you know what I would say? No, because
you're done.
you can't.
I'm leaving you.
No, because he's supposed to know this stuff.
He probably didn't.
See, then that's probably why he walked out because
Bro, I couldn't
I'm
hear
your
this
husband.
I couldn't hear
Still,
this.
I'm your husband, so that means I married you, right? That means I was supposed to know all of this. So
Everything.
if this is everything,
You're supposed to divulge
so
it.
you can't be mad at him
I
for
could
walking
not
out because if you
hear
were
this.
untruthful to
Yeah.
me, if you were untruthful to
And
me,
all this is coming up?
and all these, man,
we're
you all
done
set.
for.
Yeah, you all
Yeah,
set.
goodbye.
Smoke, gun smoke, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I could not hear this stuff
And I
about
need
my
full
wife.
custody of the baby.
Yes, this girl is a freak. Yeah, she don't need to be around the babies. If I was the husband, but it's up to him, right?
We're not bashing women. I'm bashing her.
Not at all. Her, yeah,
I'm
not
bashing
at all.
her.
But I'm telling you, I could not hear this stuff about my wife.
All
I
women are not
promise
like
you,
this. We
I
are
would
not
walk
bashing
out of the
women.
court.
We're bashing her. Okay, let's just make sure we
Absolutely
make
not
that,
bashing women.
That's straight.
But I couldn't hear this about my wife. I couldn't. I understand absolutely, and
Well,
even if he
and
sticks
it's
with her,
crazy because
and he
if
can,
you
it's up to
knew
him.
all of this about your wife wouldn't be your wife.
Yeah, there's no way he would. I mean, maybe he would. I don't know.
But then
Everybody's
we
head, but I
also say that there's somebody for everybody.
yeah,
Just
true.
because it could be the past, it could be what happened in the past.
I guess he was Diddy's trainer too. So everybody's saying
it could be what happened in the past. You can have a past.
Yeah.
Everyone has a past.
I still couldn't hear it in the court. I would have to leave. I
No.
couldn't hear it.
Because if you're already aware of it,
I couldn't
and
hear it.
because this situation come up,
That would
now
refresh
don't
it.
try to act frail now.
I would
You
be
already
frail.
know.
I would
But
be
you
frail.
already know.
Nah, I walk out.
Why?
I
Because
couldn't
how
hear it
people,
again. I
how
don't wanna-
people are going to judge you.
I don't want to
It doesn't matter.
visualize it. I don't want to hear it. Hey, this
Nah.
is your past. Leave it in the
Bro,
past.
stop
Don't bring
being
it
so
up.
sensitive, bro.
I would be
You're
sensitive.
a man, bro.
Nah, bro. I
God,
couldn't hear that about my
Jesus,
wife.
bro.
I couldn't hear that.
Gotta
about
get my
wife.
boy a tissue.
I couldn't though. I couldn't.
Oh my goodness!
I'm not saying I would walk out. I would have to walk out.
I'm standing 10 toes behind mine. If I knew about it,
I'm 10 toes
if
out
I
the
knew
door.
everything, I'm standing 10 toes.
No, I'm 10 toes
I'm
out the
behind
door.
you, baby. I'm behind you.
I'm out the door.
Metaphorically and literally. I'm behind you.
I'm metaphorically and literally out that door. 10 toes. 10 toes going down the court steps. Nah, bro. I could not hear this about my wife. I don't want to know about anything you did before me.
She's already
I don't want to hear
told
about
you.
Yeah, but I don't want to hear it again. You told me. Freak offs, Diddy, peed in your mouth, whatever. I don't know. But I don't want to hear it again.
You've had the chance to wash that tongue off a long time ago.
But I don't want to visualize this. Like, that's not something I want to be.
Bro, they said she liked that stuff too.
Bro. Hey, man, he's like asking her to do something like a little freaky, and she says no. She can't say no to anything anymore. Nothing. Everything is on the table. Everything's on the table, bro.
I don't even know what else you can. I don't know what else you can do now.
No, yeah.
I don't even want to imagine. It's all right.
All right. We'll move on. That was a good
Jesus
subject.
God.
Good one. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark had a little bit of a scuffle on the court.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I did see it.
Okay.
I did see it.
Diagnose it. Tell me what you think.
It's just a hard foul, bro. It's a hard foul.
What you expect?
And I just want to make this perfectly clear. Both of these girls are players. Both of them are WNBA players. My opinion, two different brackets of players. Even though they have two different positions,
100%.
but they definitely are two different tiers of players. Caitlin is on a whole nother tier.
Caitlin's S-class.
That
Perfect.
Angel Reese is not on. That's no shade. You know what I mean? It's just the reality and it's just the truth. Hell, you put the numbers up.
Yeah, there's no argument.
And literally put the numbers up. We're going to talk numbers based.
Matter of fact,
facts.
I'll throw the numbers up behind us.
Matter of fact,
for the season last season.
Let's put them up.
Last season.
We could just look up WNBA career.
Well, yeah, they did start. I'll look up Caitlin Clark.
I'll do versus.
Okay. Look them up. While you're looking that up, I'll talk about it a little bit. So before the foul that Caitlin Clark gave to Angel Reese did push whatever it was, the power forward or center, whatever she was, in the back. So she pushed off to get the rebound, which is fine. Caitlin Clark points at it. The ref didn't call it, so she runs through and makes a basketball move for the basketball. Angel Reese flops.
Okay.
Caitlin Clark didn't push her to push her down. Angel Reese flops and then gets up and starts talking mess like
and what
she's
season
about.
Is this? Let's see.
She's about that life.
Right now,
This
is what we're looking at. Head to head, regular seasons.
Head to head is against each other.
Yeah.
So, I thought you meant like career.
Regular season. Caitlin is 4-1 against Angel Reese, who's 1-4. Games played. We don't need that. Okay. So points. Caitlin Clark, 19.2 per game. Angel Reese, 13.5. Rebounds, 5.8 for Caitlin, 13.2 for Angel Reese. Assists, 8.5 for Caitlin, 1.8 for Angel Reese. Steals, they're tied, 1.3, 1.3. Blocks per game, even Caitlin Clark, 0.8 versus 0.5. Field goal percentage, 41% versus 39%. It's pretty close. 3-point percentage, 34% versus 22%. Free throw, 90% versus 73%. Effective field goal percentage, 52 versus 39. So we just gotta call a spade a spade. There's no shade. There's no, I mean, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
There's no comparison.
What literally, bro? And I'm not even trying, like I said.
So we could look
no
at
shade,
career,
no disrespect.
Career as well. If you're looking at career.
Go ahead. What you got?
Shooting percentage is 42% for Caitlin Clark.
That's what I just said.
That's for career. And then Angel Reese, you were saying 39%?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing career head-to-head. I thought you were doing, like, just
I
career
think I
head-to-head.
was. I think it is.
That's for their full career is what I'm looking at. But no worries. We'll throw them up on the screen as well. Oh, yeah. You said, what was the effective field goal percentage for Caitlin Clark?
52.52. Yeah,
52.4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You were on it then. Never mind. You got it.
And like I said, man, no shade because Angel Reese does play a different position. She does play a different position. So the average of double-double is quite impressive. But on a
She's
flip
nowhere
side,
near Caitlin Clark's
on a
level.
flip side, you got to look at, you know what? Both of them are great in their own right. Both of them are great for their own position. So you can't really keep comparing them because positions-wise, maybe Angel Reese is top tier for her position versus Caitlin Clark.
She was like
who's top
10th
tier
in
for her
MVP
position.
voting last season. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark was number 4. So they
Yeah,
both
but I'm
are
not
really
talking
high
about MVP.
up.
I'm just talking about position-wise.
Yeah.
I don't know what number Angel Reese is as far as among those of her positions. I don't know what number rank she is.
Yeah, she's up there 1 or 2. Yeah. And
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so MVP voting kind of gives
No,
you
not
a gauge.
MVP vote. I'm just talking about period.
Well, I'm
Like
saying
ranking,
the other
WNBA
MVP,
ranking.
The other MVPs.
Where would they rank Angel Reese, her position, amongst all the rest of the people that's her position?
Like
in
forwards. So she's probably like top 10 forwards in the league.
Okay, and
Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark's like number 1 or number 2 guard. But if you compare them on a level, like what I was saying is Caitlin Clark got voted number 4 in MVP and Angel Reese got 12.
okay.
Not 10. I was wrong.
And if you are putting them,
So if you're comparing
and
them,
if you're doing head to
Caitlin
head,
Clark's better.
absolutely Caitlin Clark eclipse her.
it's not even a debate. It's
No, it's really
this-
not.
yeah.
It's really not. It's really not. Caitlin Clark has 1 first team All WNBA, 1 All WNBA, and 1 All Star. Angel Reese only has 1 All Star.
That's a tough team to crack to the All NBA and all that.
There's no shade, man. There's no shade. What I just think everybody need to stop doing, stop comparing them, bro.
Well, let's
Please.
bring in.
There's no reason for it because, like I said, you got 2 people who play 2 completely different positions on the team.
Well, in the NBA, we compare people all the time. SGA and Jokic. We're talking about MVP, the MVP race. So
But
I
see,
think you can
Jokic
compare
is more
different.
of a point center.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Angel Reese is not a point forward.
Angel Reese is not even in a conversation of
But that's what I'm
great
saying. She
players.
averages
is what I'm saying.
1.8 assists a game. She's
Yeah.
not a point forward.
She's not a shooter
She's
either.
not a 3-point shooter either. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm saying we can't. You only got to compare them if they have similarities. That's what I'm saying. You can only compare them if
She's
they
the
have
Draymond
similarities.
Green of WNBA.
Oh, she is.
No,
she's
she's
like
not.
a hard nose. She's like a dog. I'm saying like she's
No,
she's
I'm wrong.
gritty.
I'm
She's-
wrong. That wasn't a good comparison.
Yeah, you know it's crazy. She even has less blocks than Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, so she's not. I don't want to say she's not a great.
She
player.
don't even average a block.
You know what I like that they're doing, and I think that this is like in the mix. Like the WNBA is like, hey, make your rivalry because it's bringing viewers. We're talking about it,
And
so
I
it's bringing
accept that.
viewers.
But it's
So-
not only bringing viewers, but it's bringing divisiveness, man. It's bringing
That
bringing
brings
whole
viewers?
other things. No, it's bringing like color
Oh,
into
you're
it.
talking about
It's bringing color
So
into it.
they had said something about like the Indiana fans were saying racist remarks, and let me be clear, that's unacceptable. Shouldn't be done.
Come on, man.
But I don't think they validated
When are we
any
going
of
to
it.
stop that, bro?
I've been to basketball games. I never heard anybody yell racist.
When
stuff. are
are we going to stop with the racism, bro? When are we going to stop with the racism, bro? I'm going to make this point right here. Even for me, right? Even if I did come across a racist person, right? I have the mindset that by the time I'm done having a conversation with that person's going to like me because I can't change the person's view of the entire race. But what I can do is change that person's point of view about me.
So then it wouldn't be the entire race then. It'd be you're one piece of the race. So you're a real likable guy.
But this is what I'm saying.
No, I agree
We
with
all
you.
can be likable. It's just your mindset. You know what I mean? It's just your mindset. And I don't, like I tell you, I don't believe in racism. I just believe in hate, period. I just believe in hate. Hate doesn't have a color because racism is just hate. So hate really doesn't have a color. Hate applies to everybody. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
But
In my 38 years, I've never met a racist person. I'm gonna be honest.
I can't say
I've never come across
I can't
one.
say that I've met a racist I mean, they definitely wasn't racist to my face or whatever the case may be.
I could say, yeah.
I don't think I've met a racist person either.
I'm sure I've passed them in the street, but I've never interacted where I was like, that person's racist.
Correct.
So I don't know where these people are coming out of the crowd. But if they are saying racist comments and stuff, shouldn't be done.
Nah.
But I feel like people are saying it when it's not even done. Like certain things get said.
The people who's claiming that is racism is the most racist people.
Well, they're imbuing it or whatever. They're making it.
I
get what you're saying.
If the shoe fit, wear it. The people who screams racism all the time are more than likely the racist people. So if the shoe fits, wear it. Take it as you will.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if there was racist remarks, shouldn't be said. I'll say that. But I've been to NBA games. I never heard racist remarks. It's
I just love. I like the competition.
I
compete.
I like that they got the face and heel going, man.
I like it, but we gotta get it back to being a friendly sport, man. What y'all gonna do is y'all gonna damage these girls from reaching the pinnacles that they should be reaching by inserting all of this nonsense into it.
Well,
just
they've been bringing race
out, man.
They've been bringing race into the Caitlin Clark thing since last year because she's white.
I already know,
and they don't want a white player to be the best player.
Man, hell, if she is, she is. God didn't put the basketball just for a color.
No,
the basketball doesn't just pertain to a certain color. No, hell no. Because for one, before black people even was allowed to even participate in the NBA, it was an all-white sport.
Yeah,
so you're here now. You're here now. You're getting a piece of the pie. Share it. If somebody's better, they're just better.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. They're just better, bro. Salute the greats, bro. Salute
Caitlin
the
Clark
greats.
is great.
The same way I salute LeBron, I salute Luka.
They're both Lakers. Who else do you salute?
Jokic.
Okay.
The Joker.
As long as it's not just Lakers.
Greatness doesn't have a color, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
if
I
you're
agree.
great, you're just great, bro. Like
joke.
we have to really have to stop, bro. That's straight poison.
Everything's
bro.
not racist.
That's straight poison, bro. Over here on a HumpDay podcast, we promote transparency. We promote love. That's it. We ain't got no
doing
time.
better.
We're colorblind, bro. We don't believe in none of that stuff over here. Know what I mean? If you with that stuff, keep that over yonder. Cause over here, we don't see. We're colorblind, bro. We're transparent. And we believe in love, man.
It's all love.
We do it.
All right. We threw that up for you. Tell us what you think in the comments. Next subject, we're going to talk about, I was going to talk about sovereign citizens for a little bit. I did some research on it, and I thought it was a cool idea.
Give me a quick take on it.
Quick take. Sovereign citizenship is not a real thing.
Correct.
There are people who think there's a fake 13th Amendment. Okay. There's a real 13th Amendment that abolished, I believe it abolished slavery. Okay. Is the 13th Amendment. But there was a 13th Amendment that was published from 1815 to 1845 by the Philadelphia Printing House in error because they tried to get a 13th Amendment that said something about if you hold a title. This was when, like, I think Napoleon's son maybe was over here, and they were thinking, hey, if he comes to the U.S. and he marries a U.S. citizen, now he could be the king of the United States or something. It was some weird, like, logic that they were putting together. So they wrote up a 13th Amendment. It never got ratified. But the Philadelphia Printing House did print it in error from 1815 to 1845. That being said, it represented that old 13th Amendment, not the abolition of slavery.
30 years of it being
30 years. They did it in error. I don't know how they didn't catch it in 30 years. But there's this guy, last name of Doge, that found a copy with the error and then Dodge. I'm so sorry, Dodge. He found a copy with the error.
People panic over that.
Doge.
The word Doge.
Elon, no.
Gotta be careful.
Let's go burn a Tesla. All right, Dodge. Sorry about that. So he found this, and he says the law system must be broken because judges are called Your Honor and lawyers are called Esquire. So they have titles, and this 13th Amendment said if you have a title, this means nothing. You aren't valid anymore. Nobody with a title can hold office or anything. So basically, lawyers and judges invalid. So anybody, I don't know if you ever watch these sovereign citizen things in
I
court.
really don't.
Oh, it's cool to watch. It's funny
I know
to
that
watch.
I've heard examples of it, like who gave huge jurisdiction over this.
Yes, that's it. And they're like, am I being judged on by maritime? Like, no, bro, you're being judged by the court, bro. You have a speeding ticket, pay the speeding ticket. You sped, like, no. Or the I'm traveling thing. That's not
that.
a real thing.
I've heard that too. I've heard the traveling thing.
No. That's all based off of they're called 13thers that believe that there's a fake 13th Amendment.
Okay.
It's like some crazy stuff.
But police try to use it as if police use sovereign citizen to try to say that people don't think the law applies to them.
Yeah, that's typically how it goes. Like a sovereign citizen thinks that they are their own citizen of their own country. They're not part of the United States. They cannot be held to the laws.
Kind of sounds like a police officer to me.
We can get into that later. I think, yeah. We're trying to make that a quick take.
No shade.
All love. But yeah, I just wanted to go over it. I did some research on it. I like
that's informative.
Spouting out some knowledge.
Yeah.
Next one, there's a Georgia lady. We talked about it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? So I'll go over it real quick. She went in the hospital. She had like crazy headaches.
Okay.
Right? They prescribed her some medicine. She went home, and then she got rushed by the ambulance into the hospital within hours after she got sent home the next day. Came in, was pronounced brain dead. She is 8 or 9 weeks pregnant. Georgia has a ban on abortion, typically about 6 weeks whenever the heart that makes the fetus, or what is it called? Embryo that makes them considered people. That's typically about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So she had blood clots in her brain. So this made her brain dead. They are going to keep her on life support till August and do a C-section. That's when the baby's life is viable outside of the womb.
Correct.
So, give me your take on this.
It's a sad situation, but I agree with the doctors.
Yeah,
I don't believe that both of them should die together.
That's what I was trying to understand.
Yeah. And I don't believe that both of them should die together. I mean, if you can give a life and have a life, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I would even go as far as to say I think that the mother
would want the baby born.
The baby to be born.
I would have to agree with you there.
Yeah.
Now, in the defense of the family, they aren't complaining or anything. Mm-hmm. They just feel like the decision should have been left up to them, not up to the law.
Well, who
so
did
they
the woman,
said they would keep the baby.
Who did the woman make? Did the woman have any papers signed to anybody in the family that they were decision makers prior to this even happening?
I'm unsure about that, but if they did, it doesn't matter because
the doctor's job is to save lives,
save the baby because the baby has rights.
Correct.
The fetus has rights.
Absolutely.
So I am not an absolute lifer. I don't think pro-life. Mm-hmm. I think there is a line. I think we talked about it before, but I do agree with this wholeheartedly. I don't see what the benefit would be to unplugging her and not letting the baby be born.
Correct.
That's just killing the baby for what? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the point that you made about the mother would want the child to be born. I am positive of that.
A life for a life.
And you're going to see this come up in the election time once once we have elections again, it's going to come up. I promise you. They're going to talk about this. They're going to say pro-life is so bad, this and that. Expect it to come up. We just wanted to touch base on it real quick. I want to get your take on it.
I'm just give you some straight up common sense, right?
Go ahead.
No matter what race you are, right? Just the human population, right?
Yes, sir.
If we don't have babies, we don't have life.
It's true.
If you don't have babies, you don't have life. Therefore, humanity will cease to exist. I mean,
people are worried about overpopulation a little bit.
There's, bro, for a while, we're far from that at this point.
No, I agree with you.
The only thing we overpopulated with is illegal aliens. I mean, we can get into that a whole different day. But humanity can't continue without life. That's if that ain't as common sense as it gets, and you any one of us that's living and breathing should want to leave someone behind to get to experience this beautiful thing that we also got to experience, which is called life. I couldn't even say it any better than that. I mean, literally, bro. I can't say it any better than that.
I agree. So we both agree that the baby should be like given a chance.
I'm 100%. I don't even have a doubt about it.
Same. If you don't agree with it, I'd like to hear the argument on the other direction and how you could validate not allowing this child to be born.
Correct. I'm open to all point of views.
Yeah,
I would
love
definitely
to hear it. I can't wrap my head around the other position.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty good at doing the devil's advocate and giving you some.
You're excellent at it. I mean, I give you that.
Can't.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
You can see the other side of the coin sometimes.
There's no benefit to the mother being put down. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Last subject. We made this one a quick one. Oh, before we get on the last subject, I want to make sure that you guys know I didn't forget about Gone Fishing. And I will send him the text before I post them. I'll post them in a reel for our teams that Gone Fishing. I had a little issue with my phone, but they will be out on the reels tomorrow. I'll send it to him, see his reactions. Maybe we'll throw that in a reel. I don't know what I'm going to do there.
You guys know what else will be on the reel tomorrow?
My push-ups. Yeah.
Drop down to give me 20. Let me get 20.
That'll be me. Push-ups. I lost the bet. I'm a man of my word. You give me 40 for this one though.
I cannot wait to see these push-ups.
They're going to be the crispest push-ups you ever seen.
I'm going to react to them. I'm just going to do a whole reaction.
A whole reaction reel?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Put the Major Pain outfit on me.
All right. So we talked about it at the beginning of the podcast.
Yes.
Prayers go out to Joe Biden and his family.
Yes.
And it's not to take away from. We don't want to focus on Joe Biden having kids. That's unfortunate for anybody. Mm-hmm. What I do want to get at is if he has this serious of a cancer, how long has somebody known about this, or did they actively avoid it? There's this thing called a PSA. Mm-hmm. I believe it's like blood testing for this type of thing.
Yep.
That you typically get up until about 70, and then at 70, you don't really get it because
that's right.
It's a slow acting cancer, so you're probably gonna die before it even matters.
Yeah.
But up until 70, you typically get it every time you have a physical. And the most important person in the world, in my opinion, the president of the United States should probably get a full physical.
That should be mandated.
Obama, Donald Trump, they all had their full physicals. PSAs were involved on them. What's the word? I'm taken aback that nobody knew that he may have had cancer.
Allegedly.
Somebody
allegedly,
had to have known. His wife, Dr. Jill.
I don't believe it.
Somebody had to have known.
Just the same way that they said there was no decline in his cognitive abilities.
Oh yeah. Did you hear
he was as sharp as he gets. Even Jake Tapper. I watched this thing where Jake Tapper was condemning people. And now he's the one who wrote the book. These people, if y'all gonna keep letting them lie to y'all and vote for them, then you're just as delusional as they are. I mean, at the end of the day, all they're doing is lying. And the facts are here. The facts are here. The facts are here. The facts are here.
Can I hold you for 1 second?
Go ahead, brother.
I don't want to say all Democrats are lying because there are good Democrats out there. We're not trying to force
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because if you can't be a good police officer and watch a bad police officer do something bad and call yourself a good police officer.
You can only do so much.
No, you can do a lot.
Well, in this sense, I'm talking about voting wise and stuff. There are Democrats that aren't like AOC.
Okay, so how many Democrats have you heard not make up the excuse? How many were on board or how many stayed silent? You had none.
You think all the Democrats knew?
Well, if you did not come out, if you knew what was wrong, and instead you chose to keep yourself clear.
Well, yeah,
not
no,
say
that's
nothing,
what's it called? Like a white lie. That's like a white lie.
Or lie and say that nothing is wrong.
Omission.
So you're just as bad as the people. But
I don't think they all knew it. There are good.
Bro, we're watching them on TV trip up and down steps, bro.
Yeah,
we're watching him at the end of his sentences.
You could see it, yeah.
I if me and you,
Yeah.
if me and you, just two American citizens, can see it.
Yeah. But every Democrat didn't come out to defend it.
Yeah, but
is what
everyone
I'm
see
saying.
that.
I just don't want to categorize them all together
Well, hey,
and say
like
they're
I
all
said,
bad.
if you didn't point it out when the questions were being raised and actually answered, yeah, you know what? I do see a decline. Something isn't right here. But you know what they all did? Some of them just stayed shut.
Yeah.
Or they all said that he was as sharp and as in tip-top condition as he's ever been.
Yeah.
So
and behind the scenes, you don't see it, but behind the scenes, he's very sharp as a
no,
tack.
that's
what they were saying to us.
on
Like
us, yeah.
behind the scenes, he's
Yeah.
sharp as a tack. I've
Yeah.
been in meetings with
Yeah.
them, but my point is, every Democrat's not bad. There are a lot of them that are.
I gotta see them.
I can't name names because I don't have like a list or
then
anything.
you can't just
but
say all of them
I
are
do
not.
have a.
You can't see all of them, but
You have a whole bunch that you're like, yeah,
I have
these
nothing-
guys are
listen,
not good.
I just
Jasmine
have something
Crockett,
against the lies.
AOC.
I have something against the lies. I have something against
I'm not a fan of it.
policies. I have something against we claim unity, but if you don't align with us, then you're condemned.
Yeah.
You're a Nazi.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm a coon. I'm a freed slave. However,
Uncle
you
Tom.
just Uncle
I've
Tom.
heard.
You get called so many names if
It's
you
crazy.
don't align with them.
It's
You
crazy.
know, and over here, we just want to know why you voted Democrat. Literally, that's the only question.
Yeah.
Are you a Democrat? Hey, why did you vote? Why did you vote Democrat?
Yeah. What is what's your reasoning?
We don't go on a tandem about you are this and you are that.
And also,
you know,
like people that vote Democrat, we're not saying are bad either.
No, absolutely not.
It's still representatives. A lot of them are
And some of the people
tough
are
to deal with.
very radical because they're some of the people, bro.
Some of the voters.
I'm being as honest
Some
as
of the
I can be. Some of the people, bro.
People are starting Teslas on fire.
Yeah. There you
It's
go.
crazy.
There you go.
Some of them are.
There you go.
But in their defense, some Republicans, I'm sure, are crazy as well.
Well, I'm trying to show the footage.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she is crazy. We talked about her, but that's
well. Oh yeah, you did tell me about that.
That's just one.
Yeah,
that
she's
I know
far.
She's great.
Far.
Yeah. But there's good and bad to every
it's
position.
good and bad, man. But you know what? I do have a lot of
crazy that
family
they're
members.
covering this.
I have a lot of family members that are, and so God forgive me, and you guys forgive me too. I do have a lot of family members that are Democrat, and they're not. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm their family or whatever the case may be, but they're not as radical as everyone seems. And you know what? I think a lot of people.
I think most aren't.
I think most Democrats are probably conservative at heart, but they just vote Democrat.
They're stuck in their way.
They're stuck.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No
stuck
changing
in
that.
it. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
I think I might agree with that. Now, back to the subject. It's crazy that this got covered up, I guess you could say. It had to have.
Yeah.
Right? And also his cognitive decline. If you listen to they released the tape.
Oh yeah, on Axios.
Yeah,
On
he's
Axios.
clearly
Axios.
doesn't know what he's
That's
talking
right.
about.
He didn't even know the date his son died.
Yeah. And I could see how that, like, I'm gonna be honest.
That's disheartening, bro.
I mess up my son's birthday every once in a while, like March 10th, or is it March 3rd? Because he's 3/10/10. I'm like, are you March 3rd, 2010, or are you March 10th, 2010?
Yeah,
It messes me up. The numbers mess me up.
Yeah, I could never.
I'm not. Yeah,
When I tell you that's
Boom.
literally branded into my brain.
Yeah.
I know everyone in my immediate family's birthday.
Oh, I'm horrible with
Mom, dad, siblings.
But the way he
kids.
was reacting to the question, I'm giving you like the devil's advocate here. Like he's not. It's not unheard of to like forget a date, but that date and the way he reacted to it is crazy. Like he didn't know anything.
Bro, he really didn't know anything. Yeah.
The Democrats covered that up this whole time. Like who was signing the pen?
And I don't think that the people,
the auto pen.
You're right. I don't think that the people of the Democrats, the American citizens of the Democrats, are okay with that either.
I know who could be.
You would have to be. You would definitely have to be. I mean, just I'm not even going to call you Democrat. You just got to be a whole nother type of evil to align yourself with the lie that people didn't know. And that this cancer just sporadically came up from
There's
it's
no way
new to everybody.
It can't be metastasized, I think it's called. it's a slow moving cancer. This cancer has been in him for a long time. And remember, he did say he had cancer one time too. You remember that? He was like something about.
I was just watching it this morning. I saw the guy, bro.
Oil being wiped off,
Yeah,
and he was
with
like,
the
"That's how
windshield
we
wiper,
all
you
have
got
cancer.
cancer."
I got cancer." And then they were like, "Oh, we talk about skin cancer."
Yeah. Well, yeah, man.
Crazy.
It's
crazy.
It's a very sad. It's very sad what's going on with him, man. And I don't care what political party I am, man. That's just sad. Period.
It's sad that
That's sad. Period, man.
Like, did they not treat him? Is that would be the worst of the worst? Like, if they knew about it and he didn't get treated for it, and now it's what is it? You said stage 4. It's
definitely stage 4.
Yeah. So did he not get treated for it? That's crazy.
These people should definitely be held accountable to the fullest. That's elderly abuse. If you ask me, that's elderly abuse. And for somebody who just lost my grandma, I could only imagine that's a very, very sad thing what he's going through, and for it to be hidden from the people, from the citizens, and from the cognitive decline to the cancer. I mean, this just stacks on stacks of stuff that you can just bring up that's just not right. That they just lying or either hiding from the people, man. It's not right, man. And prayers go out to Joe Biden. I don't care if I didn't vote for him, man.
Prayers for him.
I'm human. I love human beings. I love all people. So I don't gotta agree with you to not love you. I just love everybody. And prayers go out to him and his family, man. And I hope whoever didn't give him the correct treatment or allowed this suffering to go on and not be addressed, that they definitely get held accountable, and God will judge them.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But that wraps up the episode today. You got anything else? Oh,
nah, man.
Like, share, subscribe.
All the time.
We're at 72 subscribers now.
Run it up.
We've been growing.
Run it up.
At 100, we're giving out that gift card. That's stage 1. That's what we're headed for.
Yes.
So like, share, subscribe. Shoot us some comments. Let us know what you think.
Yes, and y'all, I hope y'all like that intro. What is this?
Yeah, he changed it up.
Matt and Zoe's back to business. Let's go.
He didn't even tell me about it. It was good, though. It was good. I like it. All right. You got anything else?
Nah, man. Y'all have a good one. I love you guys. Thanks for all of the prayers, man. And we'll be right back next week. Let's get it.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Later, bro.